day, sir. First of all, thank you so much for giving me a chance to interview you, sir. I know you have a very tight schedule as well as a teacher. That is why I want to thank you for fitting me in. By the way, viewers, this is Sir Ramon Macapagal, also known as Sir Rams, a professional teacher, major in English, my former English teacher in grade 7 and grade 9. Quick background info about being a student of Sir Rams. For, for 2 years of being student of Sir Rams, I was never been disappointed in his teaching skills. I was able to sleep at night without any worry that I didn't learn a thing or two. And whenever we were on class, the vibe were filled with positivity, and he was able to cut my classmates' attention even though they are not interested in the subject. That is why for that, I salute to Sir Rams. To begin in this interview, I would like to ask you a few questions, 5 specifically, about you as a teacher. First question, is there any other subject that you like to teach aside from English subject, or is it accidental on the last minute of your making decision which subject you would teach?
Okay. When I enrolled in college, unfortunately, unfortunately, the only major offered during that time was math and physical education. So at first, I took Bachelor of Science in Physical Education. But then, of course, because of my physique, diba, I'm so fat. I'm so fat. I am not fit for that kind of course. So I went to BSE English. But then, at first, the head of the English department refused to take me in because they said that my grade is not that good. I mean, my grade is not that fit for their major. So I went to BSE Filipino for a while. And then I moved to BSE Science, and then BSE History, and then BSE Computer Education. And finally, I was able to enter BSE English when I was in my 3rd year. Really, English is my first choice. I really want to be an English teacher. So that's why I strive hard to get a slot for BSE English. And then I graduated Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, in way back 2006. There you go. But if you will ask me if I have other subject in mind that I would like to teach, I'd rather teach history.
Mm.
I would prefer to teach history because when I was given a chance to teach history or Hekasi grade 5 when I was in NCPA Taytay, I was fascinated and I was amazed because those things that I don't know when I was in elementary or even in high school, I was able to understand it when I teach it when I'm the one who's teaching it in grade 5. So I think I really want. I mean, I can teach history. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I see, sir. I therefore conclude that it only proves that we don't hold the future and we wouldn't know what would us be on the future. Moving on.
Yes. Or if you really want to get something, you need to strive hard for it.
That is right, sir. Moving on the second question. So far, how are you able to cope with students that having a hard time to understand the subject that you were teaching? Follow-up question. What do you feel whenever you found out that your student having a hard time understanding your subject, or for example, totally don't understand anything at all?
In that case, Paul, whenever I stand in front of my class, I see to it na I can be able to reach out most especially to those
Mm.
who has difficulty in understanding my subject. So I would prefer to use the very simple words, the very simple way on that I am sure that they will understand the lesson. And then, for example, I found out na they are having a hard time to understand my subject. I will give them remedial classes, or I mean remedial activity for them to cope up with my subject.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay. That's so efficient of you, Sir Rams. Moving on the third question, what advice could you give to students that would be helpful in honing their knowledge in English language?
Um, I think read, and read, because especially in the learning of English, diba? If you will not practice English, you will not be able to learn English. So whenever there's time or opportunity for you to read and read, do so. Yun.
Mm. Yes, I think that's real effective strategy, sir. Moving on to the fourth question, as a teacher, how much do you value the thought that I have to make them understand this subject, English, because they will need this in future?
How do I value?
Yeah, how do you value that thought po, na I have to make them understand this specific subject because they would need this in the future?
Letting them understand my subject is my duty. So whenever when so I see to, so I will strive hard and see to it that they will understand it. Uh, come what may.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Hirap mag-focus, ang ingay.
Okay lang po. Moving on to
Nakakainis.
the fifth question and last,
Okay.
what can you say about those Filipino who define speaking English as rich and discrimination, the way Filipinos speak English, like it's not suits on them, you are trying hard, and as well as those Filipino who's making fun of a person who mistaken speaking English language.
What's the question again? Sorry.
Um, um, what can you say about those Filipino who
What can
define
I
speaking
say?
English? Po?
Uh, don't mind them.
Mm,
Because we
yeah.
cannot deny the fact that English is very necessary. If you really want to learn, you should not be affected by those people who will bash you whenever you commit mistake in using the language. Don't mind them.
Mm. Okay, thank you so much, sir. And for that, to end this interview, viewers, let's give Sir Rams a 5 clap for answering those questions very effectively and perfectly. Thank you so much, sir,
Okay.
for
Thank you,
spending
John,
your
for good
time
luck.
with me
Good
po.
luck in your
Thank you.
studies. Thank you.
Thank you po. Bye.